The Duhaney departure comes as the first of 3 public budget hearings is set for tonight. Starting at 6, hundreds of people are expected to turn out in person or on Zoom. Many want to speak about funding for the city's police department. Reporter Mariel Carbone is live downtown. And Mariel, what's the big concern here?
Well, police funding, it makes up a pretty big chunk of the city's general fund budget. It's about 40%, and under this proposed budget, that's expected to increase. Now, that's not okay with protesters and some city leaders that have been pushing for police reform over the last 2 weeks, but the FOP president tells me that money, it's needed. These calls from protesters have led to a new call to defund the Cincinnati Police Department.
We were here to ask the mayor to defund the police.
It comes as Cincinnati plans to increase police spending in 2021 by about $1 million.
We stood the challenge during this unrest of being worth every penny.
The increase is largely due to FOP contracts, which FOP President Dan Hils says is necessary to stay competitive. He says police work has become more challenging politically and legally, so the money is needed to attract qualified officers.
We're trying to pull a rabbit out of the hat, trying to monitor the crowds that we still are getting in protests, and then the shootings and the homicides in Cincinnati have not let up at all.
As far as defunding the police, he says that's not an option.
It's the most expensive part of the city's budget, but without us, you have no city.
He believes it would unequivocally change the city by decreasing safety and security for the many things that make Cincinnati, Cincinnati.
So whether you're talking about the Reds, the Bengals, FC Cincinnati, all the cherished treasures of Cincinnati, the parks, none of them could be enjoyed if you don't have law and order.
We are not saying, disband the police. We are saying that we can demilitarize the police. We can take funds even within the police budget and direct those funds to community-oriented policing.
And the public hearing, it starts at 6 p.m. tonight here at the Duke Energy Center, and people are already lining up outside. The doors are set to open at 5 o'clock. Reporting live downtown, Mariel Carbone, WCPO 9 News.